Yo, what is going on, my G's? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on my Tahoe. We're going to be adding a base processor to the system I got. So let me go ahead and show you all the base processor we're going to be putting in. Also guys, if you're new to the channel or you're checking this video out, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Also check out my other videos. Alrighty guys, so this is the base processor I'm going to be putting in, also known as Epicenter. I know this is not a good brand, or it's not as good as the audio control Epicenter, but later down the line I am going to be picking up the audio control Epicenter. This is just for the meantime. This is the Power Acoustic Bass 10C, the digital bass machine. What we're going to need for this video, of course, you're going to need your bass processor. You're going to need at least a foot of RCAs, and then I also picked up our wire ferrules. They're these things right here. These are called wire ferrules. They go over the wire, so that way whenever you slide it in to the connector there, you won't have like strands and stuff like hanging out. It'll just make it a lot cleaner look. This wiring kit, guys, the bass processor, when you buy it, it comes with this real cheap power wire. This is the only wire that comes with it. Well, of course you're gonna need a remote and a ground, so you just have to make your own. But this is the one it came with. It has one of those little glass tube fuses in it, but I'm not going to be using that. This is the wiring harness I made with the Tessa tape and the wire ferrules. Check this thing out. I'm going to go ahead and add the videos on how I did this, so that way y'all get a better view on how I did it. You can see right here I have my power, my remote, and my ground all in one little loom. This is the power wire fuse right here. I got it with the little 3-amp fuse. What I like about this fuse holder too, or the fuse thing, if this fuse blows out, this thing will turn red. This LED will turn red and tell me that this fuse is bad or it's blown. And these are the wires that's going to be going into the amp. I am going to be putting a better subs in here. I'm also going to be putting a better Epicenter in here as well. So this is all just temporary, but I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all guys the installation of this. So let me go ahead and show y'all the amp setup that I got. Okay guys, so under the driver's rear seat I have my amp right here. It is a Kicker ZX 750.1 Class D monoblock, of course, just for the subwoofer. I do have my wires right here. The only reason why I have so much slack in this wiring here is just so that way this isn't bolted down, or it's not screwed down to anything. It's just chilling here. This amp really doesn't move on me. It stays right in the same spot that I left it in. So I just left all that extra wire just in case if I want to move it more down there, or move it more to the middle, move it here. But this is all going to be covered up by that Tessa tape that I just got. Then I'm going to show y'all guys me wrapping it up in Tessa tape, so that way it kind of looks like it's factory and it'll match this carpet, so you won't see this red, blue, and black wire here. So I'm going to Tessa tape that. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually tap into these power and ground right here, and then just have that little harness come up, and I'm just going to set the bass processor right on top of this amp. I don't think it'll be a real big deal. Alright, so before we get into the video, go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal on the battery, just so that way if we touch any metal, it won't short anything out. So put that to this. Alright guys, so first I'm gonna go ahead and put this little wiring harness into this connector here. This goes into the bass processor, goes in like that. So this left side is a 12 volt, which would be red, remote in the middle, blue, and then the ground black on the right side. Okay guys, As you can see, I got the power, the ground, and the remote. Got it in there like that. So this just clips in like this. Alright, so now what I gotta do is I gotta go over to the amp and connect this to the power wire, of course the ground and the remote. But I'm gonna be using wire ferrules on the amp wire, and I'm just gonna sneak this up in there, put the wire ferrule hopefully on both. Hopefully it's not too bulky, and then stick it back in the amp, and that should be it. So let me go show you guys that. Okay guys, so what I went ahead and did is I loosened up these screws for the power wire, the hold downs, and I pulled the power and the ground and the remote back. I also cut the strands off of it because I had twisted them on there and then stuck them in. So I'm gonna have to get the strands to be straight, and then so I can slide that wire ferrule over it. And then I also forgot to mention, we are gonna need heat shrink, and of course your little torch or your lighter or whatever you like to use. So let me show you guys how to put those wire ferrules in. Okay guys, so I got this power wire strand, got them back a little bit. So here's the wire ferrule that goes over it. You just got to make sure you get all your strands in there, and just slide it right over like that. And what you're gonna want to go ahead and do too is you want to get some heat shrink that can go over this 4 gauge. This is just to hold the wire ferrule in. Once you put it back into your amp, what it'll do, it'll crimp the wire ferrule into the wires, and it'll cause it to be a real tight, so that way you don't have to crimp it or you don't have to do anything like that. So you're gonna want to go ahead and slide over the heat shrink like that. But I'm also forgetting that you need to put the base processor wires in here as well with the amp cable. So it'll look like this. Let me see. Hopefully this will work. Okay, once you got them over both wires, just go ahead and get your little torch. Heat down the heat shrink. This is what it'll look like once it's in there. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna stick it back in the amp, just so that way I can crimp down where the wire ferrule meets the wire, the base processor wire, and that way it won't try to pull it out. And do the same process for the other wires. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I got that the power wire for the base processor with the amp wire, and I got it tightened down to the 12 volt. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same procedure. So let's go ahead and do the rest. Alrighty guys, so I finally got that whole wiring tested tape, and I also put a wire tie right here, just so that way none of this would shake off or loosen up by itself. Just an extra precaution. So here's our wiring harness. That's gonna go into here. That snaps in. Alright, so the RCA's running from the amp. This is coming from a signal on the head unit, or from the factory radio. So we're gonna have to put these into the balanced input on the base processor. And this is where this little 1-footer, I'm just doing this right now. I'm gonna make it prettier in a minute, but I'm just gonna run this right now just so I can test it, make sure everything works before I put it all nice and neat and have to take something back out. So I might as well just test it now. So go ahead and put the output, that 1-footer RCA's to the output. We're gonna put these RCA's into the input of the amp. Just connect them like that. I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect the battery, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that foam cable that goes in here. This one goes for the bass knob. I'm gonna connect it here. Alrighty guys, so I got that foam cord plugged in. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna turn the key over, see if this thing turns on. As you guys can see, there's that power. So alright guys, I actually had a problem with this bass processor I was putting in. The bass wire, the phone cable, the one I was talking about. I had one in my garage. This one didn't work. I tried looking for parts online to see if I can find one for this actual bass processor, the same brand or whatever, or one that was compatible with it. But I didn't have no luck, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just go all out and go ahead and pick up a new bass processor. So let me turn this camera around and show y'all what I got. Alright, so I talked myself down into getting the audio control Epicenter. I spoke to the guy at the car audio shop. He said that this is the best one. There's nothing like this one. I guess that's why they only put the one, the only in the Epicenter. So since I already have everything wired up, it's gonna be easy. The only thing I have to do is just loosen up these wires and move over the RCA's to this one. It's basically the same thing. So that's why I'm continuing this video, since it's the same wiring process and the same connections, everything. And then I'm gonna go ahead and run the phone cable right around here, run it down these door seals, and run it up to the front. And I'm gonna show you guys in a bit where I'm gonna be mounting the bass knob. So let me go ahead and unbox this thing and show y'all what all it comes with. Okay guys, sorry for the wind. It's a little bit windy today, but this is what comes in the box. Of course, the bass processor, the Epicenter. There's the bass knob cable, the phone cable. Here's the bass knob. What I like about these bass knobs as well is I can unscrew these 2 screws and then slide this knob here, slide it up and disassemble it, and actually drill a hole somewhere in the truck and basically drill my own hole and mount this to somewhere so that it'll look factory or it'll look real clean. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So let me go ahead and get this bass processor wired up, or the wires swapped over, and the RCA's plugged back in. And like I said guys, this is the same process as I did the first time, but I'm just swapping this one out with this one since I don't have this cable. And yeah, let's get on to it. Alright, so it took me about a minute just to get it swapped over. The wiring is a little bit different. Since the remote, the 12 and the ground RCA's were the same. Now I'm gonna go ahead and connect this bass knob wire, connect it into there, run it where I have the existing wiring, run it down all the way to the front, and let me show you guys where I'm gonna put it up. There's a good spot right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cup holder tray thing out. It comes out all like this. I'm gonna pull that back, and then I'm actually gonna drill right here and then put the knob right there. Since there's a good empty spot right there. I think that would be perfect since the radio is right here and the bass knob or the epicenter knob would be right there. Okay guys, so I finally got that knee panel removed, and also I got the dash thing bezel out. It comes out in a whole piece. Make sure you put these clips back in here, like little alligator clips. They go into these right here. See where they came off. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go ahead and Sharpie this thing out, make sure it's straight, and then go ahead and drill it, and then we'll see how it ends up looking. Alright, so I went ahead and got this thing drilled. I actually did drill out the LED. Alright guys, so my SD card decided to run out of storage on me, but I went ahead and grabbed the other SD card I had. But like I was saying, the video cut off. I was saying that I drilled out the little hole for the light and the bass knob here itself, and this is how it ended up looking. Looks real factory, looks real clean. So yeah guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little sound test, a little bass test, and y'all guys let me know how this thing sounds. I did get new speakers, but that's gonna be on the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little review video for my new subs. I got them hooked up right now, so let's get the sound test going on and let me know what y'all guys think. Yeah, but y'all guys stay tuned for the next video. Let me know if y'all liked the video, and hopefully y'all learned on how to install a bass processor, like I said. And like I said guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out. Thank you everybody for the support, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.